Alright, welcome to the second part of example solves. This one's gonna be for color neutral solvers as well. So let's dive into the first scramble. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we are doing white cross here. So I see this pair, which I can preserve, and we have cross pieces here, 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 and here. So what I can do is I can do an L prime to preserve this pair, this orange and green pair. So I'm doing that, and then I'm gonna do an R2, and then I'm gonna do a B prime. So these two cross pieces are solved. Wait, sorry. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this. Like a B prime, and then I'm going to do a D2 R D prime B prime. So it's a pretty long cross solution, and I won't see this block, so I'm just gonna do a D2, and then I'm gonna solve this pair into the back, and then I see these straight away, so I'm just gonna solve this, and then I see this, so I'm just gonna solve this pair and this pair, and then all of yellow. Yeah, so the cross solution for this is pretty long, but this is what I found. So yeah, I mean, and that's what I would do if I get this in like a practice or in a competition. So yeah, moving on to the next scramble. Okay. So okay, so this scramble, I think I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna go with green cross in this scramble, because I see that my cross pieces are here, 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 and here. So all these can be done in like R and D moves. So it's a 2-gen cross, and with this cross solution I can set this pair and this, so basically green and red pair. So when I do the cross solution, these two is gonna be a 3 mover. So I'm gonna hold the cube like this. I'm just gonna do a R prime, B prime, R prime, D2, R. And what it does, it sets up with a nice 3 mover, and I see these two, so I'm just gonna do this, and I see these two, so the green and orange, sorry, I mean the yellow and orange. So I'm just gonna do this, and I'm just gonna do a rotate and then solve these two, and I'm just gonna do a sledgehammer to force edges, and then OLO and PLO. Yep. Okay, next scramble. Okay. Okay, so this scramble, I'm not sure how, like I can't track what the F12 case will be for my first F12 pair, but I can track those pieces. So I'm doing white cross here. So this edge, this edge, this edge, and this edge. So these three are pretty sets up like if I insert this edge like this, so these two are solved in opposite in relation to each other. And then if I insert this, so all these three pieces are solved opposite in relation to each other. And then I just do a D, L, D. So I was tracking these two pieces. So I would just insert those into the back, and I would probably solve this. And then it sets up a 3 mover, and then I would rotate, and then this is the exact same case as the last one. So I'm just going to solve this and then do a sledgehammer to force edges, and then OLO, and then PLO. Okay. Alright, so now we move on to the fourth scramble. Yeah, fourth scramble. Okay. Okay, so I can do an X cross here. So we have this edge, and then we have this block, which I can preserve, and the edge that goes with the block is here. And this is my cross edge, the final one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a D R prime. So, R prime D. So I'm just gonna do a R prime, and then D, and then R2. So we have this block, and then I'm gonna insert this edge, and then I'm gonna insert this, the edge that goes with the block for the X cross, and then D2. So, and then I see this pair, and so I'm just gonna solve this, and then I see these two. So I'm just gonna do this, and this is my final one. And OLO, U prime. Okay. So L, D prime, R, U prime. Okay. So this is the final scramble for this video. Okay, so I can track a lot of F-tool pieces here, but I think I'm gonna do the so I'm doing green cross here once again, and so my cross pieces are here, 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 and here, and this yellow, red, and this edge is gonna be my first F-tool pair. So my cross solution would be F prime, R prime. So it solves these three cross pieces. And then I'm going to do a D2, R2. And then this is my first pair. So I'm just going to pair these up and then insert. And it also makes this pair. So I'm just going to rotate and then insert. And then I'm going to be rotating here again. And so you can solve this pair or you can solve this pair, but I think I'm gonna solve this first because it makes this case a bit easier to solve. I think, I'm not sure, but I have to see that. But this is what I'm gonna be solving, because like this is a general trick. Like when you're solving your pairs into the back and you have the last two slots and you have like multiple F-tool pieces on top, it's generally a good advice to solve the one that's gonna go in the left, so that you can just spam the last F-tool pair and then insert into the right. If you are, especially if you're a right-hand dominant like me. So I'm just gonna do this, and then you see this is a nice case. So I usually do this like like D, like that. So you have this, so I will do this, like that. And then you have Olaf, and then J prime. Alright, so that's it for the part 2 of example solves. I'll see you on the next one.